Hello. So we're gonna show how to connect the drone after setting everything up to the computer, and we're gonna test the motors in this video. First, we plug in the cable between the flight controller and the computer, and then we go to the Betaflight firmware and we connect it. This main screen is basically to calibrate the accelerometer for the drone, and now it's calibrated. We see if we move it, it moves with the accelerometer. If this, for example, was calibrated in a wrong way, we can just use this button to calibrate it. Now we're gonna go to the motors. In order to test the motors, we are we're gonna have to connect the battery. And we can see this sound when the ESC makes it. That means it was connected properly. Now, as a safety test, we're not going to be connecting any propellers to the drone because these motors are going to be moving. And actually, the firmware asks us to take the propellers off, and we have to click this button to understand the risk. And so the drone, this is the forward position for the drone right here. This means the drone goes forward like this. So that means if we look at the screen right here, that means this is motor 2, this is 4, and these in the back, this one is 1, and this one is 3. Now, if we want to test the motors, and let's start with testing motor number 2. You can see when we lift this switch up, this motor is running. The more we increase it, the faster it goes. Now, I'm gonna test motor number 1, or actually 4. Right here, and we see that there's an issue with this motor. Now we're gonna test motor number 2. No, 3. And we can see motor 3 number here is rotating. And now let's test motor number 1. And motor number 1 is moving here. We also have a master that moves all the motors together, and if we click that, we can see all the motors are rotating. Now, another thing we have to make sure that it's rotating properly is the rotation of each motor. So motor 2 has to rotate to the uh, counterclockwise. Motor 3 is also rotating counterclockwise. 1 is clockwise and 4 is clockwise. And that's how we're going to be testing our motors.